Hi everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas. Today I thought I would just sit and do two things. I think I'm going to combine the Disney tag and the Disney College Program tag into one video and just talk about Disney for a while. Okay, first question is favorite animal. Doug. Doug the dog from Up. Oh my goodness, hands down Doug. He's the best. Are you kidding? Oh my gosh. I was hiding under your porch because I love you. Can I stay? Me and my mom say that to each other like all the time. So funny. I think he adds something to Up that nothing else could. Like, he's the comic relief, but it's also just like this warm fuzzy feeling, and you just want to hug him because he just wants what's best for everyone, and he's a dog. Okay. Favorite character. I mean, overall, Elsa is definitely my favorite character. I just definitely identify with her and love her story and how she kind of comes into herself and accepts who she is. The colors of her dress are beautiful. That's really not something that should make a character your favorite, but I remember watching Let It Go for the first time when she like makes her ice dress and just crying at how beautiful the animation was and how beautiful she was and just like the movements of it all. I don't know. It was really a crazy experience, but she's definitely my favorite character. I love just how soft she is and how scared she is, but then in the end she's so confident and full of love, and I think that's really cool. Favorite classic. My favorite classic is probably Cinderella. I love the story. And that's the first, like, princess movie that I really love. Like, I like Snow White, but it's kind of dark, kind of creepy. Like, Cinderella is just so full of magic. Oh, I love it. Favorite hero? Hercules? I mean, I know he's, like, your stereotypical hero, but I really enjoy his character and kind of how he goes from a whiny, like, boy. He's just kind of clueless, and then he's like, oh, I should save the girl because I love her, because that's how that works. I don't know, I think it's funny. Favorite heroine is definitely Mulan. She is so cool. Like, I wish I could be Mulan. I wish I could have her bravery. She's like, I think I'm gonna fight for China, and ends up saving the country, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, definitely give her points for that. Favorite kiss? Beauty and the Beast at the end, when the Beast becomes the prince, and there's like the sparks shooting around them, and it's slow motion, and the wind is like flipping their hair all around. Yeah, that one always gets me. And the music, like the transformation music, oh boy. Favorite love song? I See the Light. I don't know if there's another love song that matches the level of I See the Light for me. That one just, whew, that is next level. Yeah, oh, I mean, maybe it's the animation that goes with it, but there's something about that song that just really gets me. Favorite original character? Chip and Dale, I think. I've always just had a thing for Chip and Dale. I mean, I love chipmunks anyway. There's one that lives outside my room at home, and I'm obsessed with him. I remember the day that I, like, learned the difference of how to tell Chip and Dale apart. I gained, like, 15, like, Disney cool points, and I remember meeting them for the first time, and they were so cute. I went and I got one of those like lanyard medals to put on my pin lanyard, and I was like, it was Chip and Dale. I'm like, I'm obsessed. I love it. Favorite Pixar film? I think it's probably a tie between Brave and Toy Story. I love Brave. I love the story. I love the colors and the music, but I watched Toy Story at a time in my life when I was like, I wanted my toys to come alive. I wanted them to be my friends and talk to me, and I remember I got Jessie from my 4th birthday, and she was like the best toy that I ever got in my life, and like I think the Toy Story series is the strongest series, like the strongest trilogy of the Disney films, but I mean, Brave just really gets me, so definitely a tie, I think. It wouldn't be fair to pick one. Favorite prince? Prince Eric. He just really tickles my fancy. I don't know what it is about him. He's just super dreamy. Maybe it's the hair. Maybe it's the eyes. It's probably the eyes. Favorite princess? Belle. Yep. Easy. Beauty and the Beast. Like, tied with Frozen is definitely my favorite overall Disney film. I love Belle as a character. Just how she wants adventure and she wants something new, but she also finds love in the process, and she's just so smart and brave. and beautiful. Yeah, she's great. Favorite quote? I don't want to pick one. Can I read like 10 of my favorites? I mean, right off the top of my head, it's in like my Instagram bio. Just have courage and be kind is my favorite, just like go-to, quick and easy, sums it all up for me, words to live by Disney quote. I know it's from the newer Cinderella movie, but that's all you need. And where there's kindness, there's goodness. And where there's goodness, there's magic, you know? Just be kind and good things will happen and you will spread so much good and you don't know what can come of that. And the whole butterfly effect and one kind thing can cause a ripple and you don't know how it could change somebody's day or somebody's life. Just showing up and being brave and being kind I feel like is the most important. So that's definitely like my favorite overall quote to live by. Some other good ones from the original Cinderella, even miracles take a little time. I love that one from Fairy Godmother. And from The Lion King when Rafiki like whacks Simba on the head with his like staff and he's like, you know, the way I see it, the past can hurt, but we can either like run from it or learn from it. I really like that one too. That puts things in perspective. I'm like reading some of these on Pinterest right now because it's kind of hard to think of them off the top of your head because there's so many of them. And I like want to cry because I forgot like half of these exist and they're so good. Oh, Disney, when I look at you, I can feel it. I look at you and I'm home. Dory! No! Stop it! Oh, this one from Mulan gets me every time when she's sitting with her dad and he like puts the flower in her hair and he's like, the flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. Lose it every time. It's fine. I actually have a pin. Oh, it's at home. It's a piece of Disney movie pin and there's like a cell inside of it from the actual film reel and it's of like Mulan and her dad with like the cherry blossom tree behind them and it's so beautiful. Alright, I gotta move on. I'm just gonna sit here talking about quotes for the next 20 minutes. Favorite sequel? I think my favorite sequel is The Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea. Close seconds are Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, and Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. Those two are really good too. Honorable mentions, but my favorite is Little Mermaid 2 with Melody. She's kind of whiny, but she's really cute, and I think the story is really cute, and I love the music. Favorite sidekick? I mean, can I go back to Doug? I think he's my favorite sidekick. If not Doug, I love Max. Maximus from Tangled, the horse. He's just so funny. He's so bitter. But he's also so full of love. Favorite song? Probably You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan. Love that one. It's like me and my mom's song, but it's so good. Like the Phil Collins version. Oh, and I mean, Let It Go too, I think. I could listen to that song still over and over and over again. Never get sick of it. Favorite theme park attraction? I really love Pirates of the Caribbean and Magic Kingdom. I don't know what it is, but I've always loved it. It's kind of like creepy and I love this like Pirates of the Caribbean stories. So watching them like come to life, and I remember when they put Jack Sparrow in the ride, it was just really cool to see it all come together and kind of step into the movie. Favorite theme park? Most magical definitely goes to Magic Kingdom. Probably my favorite, but close second is Epcot, just because I feel like Magic Kingdom, it inspires your imagination and makes you think beyond and believe in the beyond, but Epcot kind of brings you back to this world and the wonderful parts of this world and the cultures that maybe you might not be exposed to before, and just really enjoying what's around you and grounding you, but it's also a future world and what this world could be and the technology that's possible, and it's so inspiring, but it's kind of inspiring that's possible and it can happen in this world and you don't need magic, you know? I think that's really cool too. Favorite theme park show? That's a quick one, that's an easy one. Illuminations, it's always, I think, been my favorite. Something about the music and, you know, the World Showcase and everyone coming together, it's incredible. Favorite villain is Hades. Oh my gosh, I think Hades is so funny. I love his personality, I love his character. He's so bitter at the world and so witty and so funny. The whoa, is my hair out? I laugh so hard every time. Favorite villain song? I don't really like any of the villain songs. Like Be Prepared is scary and weird, and like Frollo's song, Hellfire. Excuse me, that's all sorts of messed up. Does Love is an Open Door count? Because Hans is a villain? If so, that's my favorite villain song. Loopholes. Least favorite Pixar film? Cars. No, it's not for me. Least favorite song? I don't like Pink Elephants on Parade. That's from Dumbo, and I fast forward that part every time. I hate that song. I hate that scene. I guess I'll go with that because it doesn't really do much for me. Movie that makes you cry. Brave and Tarzan are the two that make me cry the most. When Kerchak dies, like the dad gorilla, and he's like, you know, you've always been my son to Tarzan. Get out of here. No, like that's not okay. I just am a puddle on the floor. Movie that makes you laugh. I mean, like I said, Hercules. That's definitely, I think, the funniest movie for me. The humor is so different from like what I'm used to in a Disney movie. I mean, they all make me laugh. I loved Frozen the first time, like with Olaf. I was obsessed with Olaf. I think his lines are so funny. He's like, I don't have a skull or bones. I was peeing. And the first time I went to see Frozen, I had laryngitis, so I couldn't say anything or sing anything. So I'm sitting there, and I had no idea what to expect. I was looking at, like, the trailers, but I didn't watch an actual trailer. I watched, like, the teasers. So it was just Sven and Olaf. And I thought it was going to be about a snowman and a reindeer. So I went, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like a princess movie. And I was just enthralled. I was like, this is incredible. And then, like, we met Olaf, and I was like, this is the freaking best. Like, he is so funny. So he makes me laugh, too. Oh, my goodness. Most overrated movie. I don't know. I don't really like Pinocchio. I don't know if it's overrated. Like, I don't really know of anyone that's like, I love Pinocchio. Or, like, Dumbo. But, yeah, I think those are pretty overrated. Saddest death. Again, I'm gonna go Kerchak. Yep, the gorilla. Not over it. Not sure I'll ever be over it. I have to be, like, in the right frame of mind to watch that movie. Like, oh boy, okay. Song that always gets stuck in your head. It's a Small World. You're welcome. The first movie you saw. I don't know what the first movie I saw was. One of the first movies I remember seeing, which is kind of strange, is, Bug's Life. Like the Pixar movie. I don't know why I remember that. And Tarzan. I saw that pretty early too. Toy Story. I don't remember seeing like princess movies. Like I know I did. But Little Mermaid I remember seeing pretty young. But I think the first one I remember is Bug's Life. The saddest scene from your favorite movie. Okay, so I said my favorite movie was Beauty and the Beast. So I think the saddest scene from that is when like he's literally dying. Right? And she's like, I love you. And I came back for you. But he's like dying. I don't think it gets any more sad than that. Yeah. And the most underrated movie. I'm gonna argue for two movies here. Meet the Robinsons, I love. That's another one that I think is hysterical. And Treasure Planet, which is like really different, really out there, but I love both of those, and I think they're so underrated. They're not like my favorites, but they're so good, and they're so different. Yeah, I would fight for those. So, now that I rambled for 28 minutes and 37 seconds about Disney, I'm going to move on to the Disney College Program tag and talk about my experience a little bit and what I plan to do down there, what my expectations are from the program, and that good stuff. So the first question is, how'd you hear about the program? So I went to tour a college, I think it was in New Jersey, and me and my mom walked into a dorm, and they had like a stack of the Disney College Program flyers on just one of the side tables in the lobby. And I'm like, Mom, what is this? And I was like, oh my gosh, hold the phone, like, what is this? Like, I need to know. So we went home and went on the computer, and I was like, I can go to Disney and work there for a semester. I was like, this is crazy. I've been planning ever since then about when I get to apply and do the whole interview process, and it's finally happening, and I'm so excited. That was like 4.5 years ago now, so I can't believe it's actually happening. How was the interview process? The interview process was fine, like the actual interviews. I really enjoyed my interviewer. I really enjoyed the interview. I loved talking about Disney and what roles I wanted and how excited I was. But the wait time was awful. I remember I interviewed in really, really early September, and I didn't hear back until November 10th or something like that. I feel like it was maybe mid-November. But yeah, I mean, it was a long time. So the interviews themselves were fine. The computer interview was actually more scary than the phone interview because I knew that I could explain myself and my passion for Disney would come through on the phone interview. I didn't know what they were looking for in the computer interview, so I was so nervous that I wasn't going to get through just taking like the survey or whatever. So that was really nerve-wracking, but just the waiting was the worst part, I think. Otherwise, I really enjoyed my interview process. Where were you when I found out? Or where were you when you found out? Rather, I was in the middle of my campus, and I posted a vlog about it. I was sobbing. I'm pretty sure people thought someone died, but yep, there I was, right outside in the middle of my campus. You bet I FaceTimed my mom, and I did not care, because I'm going to Disney World. Little do they know. What is your role, and do you have preferred roles? So my role is merchandise. I'll be working in the stores or outside at one of the carts, and the only role that I might maybe prefer or would have preferred was Bibbidi Boppidi Boutique, Fairy Godmother in Training, but merchandise was definitely my number 2, and I'm so excited. I love trading Disney pins, and I told my interviewer that, so I'm hoping maybe they put me like a pin card or a store with pins so I get that guest interaction, and I'm really, really excited about that. How did you find your roommates? How many do you want? I don't really know how many I want, probably 4 or 6. I did find a roommate, her name is Hannah, she's from Washington, she seems really great, I think we're gonna get along really, really well. We seem like we live pretty much the same way, so I'm really excited to meet her and get to know her and do all of the Disney things together, so really looking forward to making a new friend and experiencing this with somebody else. What are you gonna miss while you're on the program? I'll probably miss like having my own space in my own room. I'll probably also obviously miss like my friends and family, definitely my school friends. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do without them. I'm just excited to kind of live a different lifestyle for a while and see how that goes. I'm mostly excited, but I know I'm gonna miss like my room here. I know I'm gonna miss my friends and my family. I'm gonna miss going to like family events. Like I'll probably miss my cousin's graduation. Other than that, I'm just excited. What's your favorite Disney park? I answered that in the Disney tag. Probably Magic Kingdom. Close seconds Epcot. I love Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom too, but the first 2 just are like next level magic for me. First thing you'd want to do when you get down there. Probably ride Space Mountain, or like meet Anna and Elsa, or go on Soarin', or eat a Mickey ice cream bar, or buy rose gold ears, or all of it at the same time. What is number 1 on your bucket list? I really want to try to go to every resort and like stay at least a night in every resort. That's going to be really hard to do in 3 months, but that's like number 1 on my bucket list. I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but I think that would be so fun to do and really cool to vlog and kind of compare all of the different Disney resorts from like, you know, value to deluxe. I think that would be really fun to do, especially if you get like a group of people that do it with you. And the last question is the one thing that you hope to get from the program or take away from the program. I really hope to make like connections because I want to work for Disney for a really long time. Hopefully, fingers crossed, but I'm hoping that I make those connections, I get to network and meet new people and kind of find my way and develop an understanding of the company more and learn the ins and outs and see kind of which direction I want to go in. I think it's going to open a lot of doors, and I'm really excited to meet new people and make new friends that love the same things that I do and believe the same magic. Yeah, that's it. That is the Disney tag and the Disney College Program tag. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more Vlogmas videos coming at you soon. And have a magical day.